Do you ever feel like your body just didn't get the memo? Like you're eating clean, you're working out, maybe you're even tracking your calories, and still nothing's changing. Your weight loss is not there. It just feels impossible. You're bloated half the time. You can't sleep. You're basically one minor inconvenience away from a full-blown meltdown. If that's you, I need you to know you're not crazy. Your body is not broken. But your hormones, it might be true that they're throwing a bit of a tantrum. If you're in your 30s or 40s, you have a demanding career, and you grew up in the era of low fat, low sugar, everything, girl, it's not you. It's the system that failed you. Today, I'm breaking down exactly why this happens, what most influencers and even doctors actually get wrong, and how to finally get results without hating your life. We're going to talk about how to actually know if you have hormone imbalances, what this means for fat loss, and how to fix it. Let's get into it. When I say we grew up in the era of low-calorie everything and miserable diets to get as skinny as possible, I know what I'm talking about because that was my life for many years. I was stuck in a cycle of low confidence, yo-yo diets all the time, honestly, for as long as I can remember. I used to think I just needed more discipline, so I cut carbs, I did the HIIT workouts, I barely ever lost weight, and if I did, it was temporary. I would gain that and more back. I could never maintain it, and I gave up countless times. It all got worse after a bikini competition I did in 2021. I just wanted a personal challenge, so I got crazy lean, and add to that my really ambitious nature and high-stress New York City life, and you have a perfect cocktail for complete hormone chaos. Before I knew it, my cycle was completely messed up. I was fatigued like never before, and what used to kind of work for weight loss in the past, at least temporarily, now was just not working at all. So I knew something was off. I could feel it. My mood was different. But my doctor said my labs were normal. Translation, we don't know what's wrong, so good luck with that. Here's some birth control. My labs were not actually normal. They were just average, but average doesn't actually mean healthy. So I ended up taking matters into my own hands. I realized that the personal training and nutrition certifications that I already had got me this far, but I knew I needed to level up. So I actually got certified in functional health coaching, which now taught me how to run functional lab tests and go deeper than just the basic OBGYN blood tests, and how to create actual healing protocols based on hormone and gut test results. So once I finally got those tests done, I found major hormone and gut imbalances, and it changed everything. So now that's what I help other high-achieving women with stressful careers do as well inside my metabolism reset method. So let me walk you through how this works and why it matters. We grew up during the worst times of diet culture. The cabbage soup diet, slim fast, low fat, no sugar, everything, and being skinny was like a full-time job. So fast forward 20 plus years, you're running a business, you're managing a team, you're living on stress and oat milk lattes, but your nervous system is fried. Your hormones are extremely confused and depleted, and your gut is probably not gutting anymore. So when you add to that overtraining, intense workouts, undereating, and maybe a little bit of wine to cope here and there, it's the perfect storm for hormonal chaos. So let's do a quick check-in. Do any of these sound familiar? You feel tired but wired. You have intense cravings. You have unexplained weight gain, especially belly fat or around your hips. You have irregular or heavy periods, mood swings that just feel uncontrollable. You struggle falling and or staying asleep, and you have digestive issues like bloating. Certain foods just don't sit right with you anymore. If you said yes to at least two of these, it's time to check in and get support for your hormones and your gut and your metabolism, because these symptoms are not random. They're actually your body's way of screaming for help. Here's the part, though, that no one talks about enough. Your guts and your hormones are in constant communication. So if your gut is inflamed, leaky, or overrun with bacteria that don't belong, which is extremely common, your body can't detox hormones properly. So it can't absorb nutrients properly either, and your metabolism in turn takes a hit. That means that your fat loss efforts are totally backfiring because your gut and your hormones are not working with you anymore. You've probably heard this a million times, just eat less and move more. Great, that's what should work, right? But what if your body isn't responding to that? So here's the truth. Does a calorie deficit result in weight loss? Yes, absolutely, 100% true. However, if we talk only about that and not about hormones, then we're missing a huge part of the picture. Because if your hormones and your gut are out of balance, that means you burn fewer calories at rest. You have more cravings and less energy, and your body holds on to fat like it's prepping for famine. It will hold on for dear life because it thinks that it needs to store fat. That means that fat loss becomes that much harder. And in order to lose weight, you'd have to drop your calories in a way that is, you have to drop them much lower in a way that is unhealthy. And that in turn makes your hormone imbalances worse as well. So if that sounds complicated, imagine like this. Imagine there's a group of 5 people and they are in a contest to cut down, each one of them cut down a huge tree. You give 4 of those people an axe each. You give one of them a butter knife. Is it impossible, physically impossible, for the person with the butter knife to cut down the tree? No, if they're on it long enough and try hard enough and they're strong enough and they just never give up, it's going to happen, right? It's not completely physically impossible. But is it realistic that the butter knife guy can keep up with the other people with the axe? And are they all trying under the same conditions? No, right? Butter knife guy will have to take countless breaks. His body will suffer damages in the process. The result will not be great, and it's going to take him 100 times longer. He probably will not feel like it was worth it. He'll probably feel worse after. So this is exactly what happens when you're trying to lose weight with severe hormone and gut imbalances. It's not that it's physically impossible, but the point is to do things in a healthy way, right? So you'd be ruining your health in the process, potentially with long-term consequences, if you just ignore the hormone and gut health and just stop eating. So the solution is to change your strategy and fix what's underneath first. Here's the problem. Most hormone imbalances go undetected for a very long time. And that's because most conventional doctors are trained to look for disease, not for dysfunction. So if your hormones are in range, they're considered normal, even if you feel like trash. Basically what happens is they run basic lab tests at one time of the day and call it good. They won't test the full picture, which includes, for example, your cortisol pattern. Cortisol should look different at different times of the day. So if you're only testing one time in the morning, for example, you're missing the full picture and it means nothing. They won't ask about stress, sleep, gut health, or nutrition. And most of the time, the solution is just go on the pill, which suppresses your hormones instead of supporting them. And that can actually make things worse. So usually you get told something like, try an antidepressant, come back if it gets worse. And of course, the classic, just lose weight. Thanks, doc. Oh, I hadn't thought of it that way. It's sure, I'll just go lose weight now. The other thing too is that the normal ranges, what doctors consider normal, is just based on the average of women our age. The average woman in her 30s and 40s has hormone imbalances. So we're not actually basing normal on optimal and healthy. We're just basing it on the average. So what's the solution? The solution is all of this. So this is exactly why I created the Metabolism Reset Method. It's the program I wish I had when all of this started and I had no idea what to do. It took years to get actual answers. And that's why we don't guess. We actually test hormones, gut, metabolism. And the two most important tests that actually go into depth are the Dutch test and the GI map. There's a few others, but those are the two that give you a full picture of your gut health and your hormones. With these test results, the next step is to personalize your nutrition, your training, and your lifestyle action steps to your specific test results. Because if we just guess and give you some random probiotic, it could make things worse. We want to make sure that what we're giving you is actually tailored to what your body needs, what's going on, and gonna make things better for you. So we test, we design everything based on your test results for you specifically, and that's how you get to your goals and are able to maintain them as well. We make sure that you're getting the right nutrients to support your hormones and gut in the exact way they need, in the exact areas that your test showed. So you start feeling energized within the first few weeks. Honestly, most women start losing weight right away, even though initially that's not even the goal yet. And with this foundation, we can then intentionally focus on healthy weight loss and make sure you get to keep your results as well, long term, forever. All of this without extreme diets, no miserable workouts, no cutting your favorite foods. It's about actually healing your body so that fat loss becomes a byproduct of actually really feeling good and energized again. Here's the hardest part. As women, we have a tendency to wait. We tell ourselves, it's not that bad. I should be able to figure this out. I don't know why we have this misconception. I used to have it too, where we feel like we should be able to know. I don't know why. When our car breaks down, we go to a mechanic. But when we need help with our health, we feel like we should know what to do. I don't know why. We tell ourselves we don't have time, which you really don't need a lot of time to do this at all. Less than 30 minutes a day. And then the biggest one we tell ourselves is it's selfish to invest in myself. But I'll be fully honest with you, having gone through all of this myself, I'll offer you a different perspective. It's selfish not to invest in your health. And I'm saying this with full honesty, not because I want you to start my coaching program or anything like that. Whatever you do, just get the help that you actually need. Because the thing is, when you feel like crap, you're too tired to be social or run around with your kids and actually be present with them, your loved ones are missing out on those moments with you too. So I'll ask you a really honest question. How much is this already costing you, like right now, in energy, in confidence, in medical bills now, and especially down the line when all the band-aids that you're kind of trying to feel a little bit better, when all of that stops working, what is it costing you in every way, but also financially? Because this kind of thing never magically just gets better or goes away. It only gets worse. And it gets more expensive too if we just wait. So suddenly you're 50 or 100 pounds heavier playing catch up with the medical bills, even though nothing is actually really working. And all you want to do is hide away and sleep. And you don't even recognize yourself in the mirror. So believe me when I tell you, you deserve better. You deserve to live a life full of confidence, of joy and energy, and to do all the things that you deeply, secretly dream of. So if this hit home and you're ready for clarity, book a free strategy call through the link below. This is a free consultation call where we dive into what's currently not working at the level that you need it to, help you pinpoint why and how to fix it. If I find that I can help you with everything that you need, I'll build out a high-level strategy for you and answer all of your questions, walk you through it, all the fun stuff. Worst case scenario, you walk away with actual clarity on what to do either way. So click the link below or DM me to book. First and foremost, you are not crazy. You're not lazy. Your body is not broken. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.